And we're chatting with Hunter Hayes, bright young star down in Nashville, touring with Carrie Underwood right now. They perform tonight at Rexall Place. The boss, Jackie Ray's in the studio right now with me, and she tweeted earlier, she thinks we look alike. We could, I don't know, I guess that's what some people are saying. What do you think?
That's kind of creepy, actually, now that you say that.
You're not offended, are you?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay, good.
I think, yeah, no, totally.
Well, here at CFCW, we play a lot of classic country music. I'm curious, and I think some of our listeners are probably curious, what did you grow up listening to? Do you get some inspiration from some of the older country artists?
Do I ever? It's funny, because I have actually just gone back in and found my old library of all the old Diamond Rio records.
Okay.
And all of the old, like the Brian White records as well that I used to listen to. And I say used to as if it was so long ago, but, you know, I'm 21 and all, so, but I was a huge Garth Brooks fan. I think, to me, he still influences me as a performer. I always watched his shows, always was. I don't know, there's just something fascinating about the way he connects. You know, with a huge stadium full of people, you just feel like you're just watching Garth Brooks do his thing. You know, you don't feel like you're at this stadium show and you feel so far away from this artist. And yeah, I've been rediscovering kind of my Diamond Rio records lately, and I was just singing along with them the other night, just freaking out how much I miss those records. You know, the bluegrass with all the, you know, tele guitar, you know, runs. You know, Jimmy is one of the most phenomenal guitar players I've ever seen live, and they have some of the best harmonies I've ever heard. And yeah, it's funny you mention that, because I've just been digging back into kind of my older library of stuff that really originally influenced me, you know.
Very nice. Now, I read on your bio, you in your spare time you like to fly. Is that right?
Yeah, you could say that. You could say that. Yes. I'm training. I'm trying. I'm trying to train. I should say that. I'm trying to train to get my license. I was lucky enough that some team members were nice enough to overhear the fact that I was, you know, talking about a year ago. I was talking about flying and getting my license, and they heard that, and they said, hey, you know, apparently they got together for my birthday, and they hooked me up with my first couple of hours in a plane.
Okay.
And I was immediately just like, oh, this is so where it's at, you know. And I wanted to keep going, and we went like the next weekend. We ended up like going again, and then like since then I've barely gotten a couple of hours in. It's just like, it's so funny.
A lot of tour dates.
Yeah, there's a bit of a tour going on, you know. So so it's kind of in free time, you know. That's kind of our favorite time to go out and fly. But you know, luckily I'm not the only one. There's a few of us actually on the road that are all kind of training and getting our license.
Now, the debut album was put out in late 2011, but you have a new CD coming out here in June. Why don't you tell us
a new version?
Yeah, a new version.
I wouldn't say a new CD. I don't want to lead anybody astray here, but yeah, no, you know, I'm writing for my next record. I'm thinking about it. I'm dreaming about it. But I think, I don't know. Right now, it's just like I'm really fortunate, man. We've had so much fun putting out this record and playing it and touring it, and I'm really passionate about this record. And I also want to give myself enough time, enough creative freedom to sort of build that next record. So this was kind of my chance at a second chance at a first impression, if you will, kind of, because it was like there's some songs that I wrote for the original record that never got even demoed, and that I never even sent to the team. Nobody ever heard them. And so this was my chance to go in the studio and say, okay, if you had it to do over again, what would you do? And I didn't redo the whole record, but I redid 3 songs on it, and I brought in, I was just telling you, Jason Mraz came in and sang on a track, and Ashley Monroe came in and sang on a track. And then I just redid a track just for fun. And then we added 5 or 6, I think 5 brand new songs to the record. Again, songs that were written and originally meant for the record but never got recorded. And so this is kind of the way to do it. There was a couple songs written after the record was done, but they still feel like they're part of that chapter. I feel like records are chapters, and so this is my way of sort of finishing the chapter and feeling good about finishing it, like I left nothing behind. And of course, I'm always going to feel like I left something behind. A record's never done, right? It's just kind of, you just kind of run out of time.
Well, there will be many records, I'm sure.
But yeah, but this one, and that's where Crazy comes from. Crazy is off of the Encore. We're calling it the Encore edition because that's exactly what it feels like. You know, when you walk off stage and you sort of look at all your bandmates and you're like, wow, can we please just go back and do that again? You know, we're like, you're excited about tomorrow's show, you're excited about the next day, you're excited about traveling to the next city, but in that moment in time, you walk off stage and you've had so much fun, you just want to continue. And so that's kind of what the Encore is for the record. It's the Encore edition.
Coming out June 18th, the big show tonight, Rexall Place. Hunter Hayes opening up for Carrie Underwood. Thank you very much for stopping by. Welcome again tonight.
We're gonna have fun.